Great. Thank you so much, Amanda, for that introduction. I really appreciate it. And thank you so much for inviting me here to speak today. So thanks everyone for spending your time this evening as well with me. I'm looking forward to being able to talk to you a little bit about quality systems in medical devices and how that may differ from pharmaceutical environments, as well as being able to talk to you further in the breakout rooms as well. So Amanda gave a little bit of background about myself, but to kind of elaborate on that a little bit more, I am the Director of Operations at Innovere Medical. So within my current role, I am responsible for quality assurance, manufacturing, procurement, service, general operations within the company, and working with the executive management team on our strategic alignment with our customers and our product roadmaps. So I also do consulting as well in quality, manufacturing, and operational strategy, predominantly within the medical device space, but as well as working with suppliers to the medical device space and how they can leverage their markets and their needs their strengths to match supplier or medical device manufacturer needs. I've held previous roles at Kanabi Medical, Perimeter Medical, Sentinel Medical, working within manufacturing quality, really to help bring sustainability and growth into each of those companies, not just from a manufacturing perspective, but from a quality perspective and an overall business perspective. So I'm going to take you through how to go about utilizing and leveraging a quality system in a manufacturing of a medical device, and kind of talk through some of the differences between a medical device system as well as a pharmaceutical system. So we'll start by just looking at the different types of pharmaceutical products and how they compare to medical devices from a regulatory bodies and a quality systems perspective. What are the goals of the quality system, and then what are the approaches that each of the different industries takes to achieve those goals. And in the medical device industry, it tends to be far more risk-based. And so we'll talk about how risk management plays a large role in the approach that your quality management system takes in manufacturing of medical devices. And we'll talk about that in a little bit more detail in kind of the 5 key phases of manufacturing. So just kind of stepping back a little bit, I'm sure we're all well aware as to what is a pharmaceutical product, but I wanted to come at it a little bit more from, what is the form that a pharmaceutical product takes? So these are more related to, is it a liquid, is it a gel, is it a capsule, is it a tablet, and less related to the application or the risk or the market segment. From a very high level, when you step back and you look at the different types of pharmaceutical products, they typically fall into sort of one of these types of six product categories or product types. And what that means from a manufacturing perspective is manufacturing facilities generally tend to be geared and set up towards manufacturing one of these 6 types of products. So whether you have a tablet that has a formulation specifically for one type of disease or another, a very similar manufacturing setup and process can be used for both of those. And from that perspective, then the quality systems and the regulations can go towards being consistent for these types of production environments. So there's not as many, so you can have more prescriptive controls. On the medical device front, there's quite a large smattering of products within the medical device space. And so one of the interesting facts that I came across is that there's about 80,000 different types of pharmaceutical products that are on the market in Europe, but there's about 500,000 medical device products that are on the market, which there's a huge variance. And when you look at the different types of medical device products and the forms that they take, it's completely varied. You can have, surgical gauze, which is one component of fabric. You can have a full MRI machine, which is several hundreds of components coming together to make that product. So within the medical device space, there is a much larger variety in both the product and the facility constraints when you're looking at your manufacturing. And this isn't really considering software products, because when we're talking from a manufacturing perspective, software doesn't make a big play in there. But when you're looking at medical devices as a whole, software counts as a medical device too. So looking at sort of the more hardware focus of medical device products as we go through this presentation, how can a regulator go about and manage all of these different types of products under one quality management system, or